Right. Put my treehouse in here. Alright, up and at 'em early today. We need to go find coffee because we have not had coffee yet.
No coffee.
We need to find, if there's any stores out here with Black Rifle. We have those stupid Black Rifle to go bags we didn't bring. Black Rifle's got some fantastic new stuff. There's like instant coffee bags, which are, I've never been a fan of those, but they also have these new coffee to go bags that look like tea bags that you basically just sit there and dip in a cup of hot water and it's instant coffee like that. So we had a box of those and we didn't bring them, but that's all right.
But instant coffee, you pour a scoop in and stir it around and it dissolves.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
This does not. The grounds, you just pull the bag out.
No, it's just like seeping, like tea bags. So up and at 'em early. We are headed out towards Los Angeles that way. Gonna go surprise visit my mom. She does not know we are here, unless my sister has like seen it on social media and told her or something. But we're gonna stop in and hopefully surprise her. I'm sure she's there. She doesn't normally go anywhere, so stop in and surprise her there. Work our way back. It's about an hour drive out to my mom from here, and then coming back is usually a little bit longer because there's usually guaranteed traffic on the 210. But we'll see. Maybe not. Maybe things have changed. We don't know.
We will stop and get lunch at Rick's. Oh, actually, sorry, it's Bobby's place.
Bobby's place. Get it right.
And we will get Spudderitos.
Give you more history and background on that, because if you're in Southern California and you're around the Pasadena area or ever traveling through, it's a must stop, a must have. It's a small hole in the wall place, and you'll thank me later. So yeah, let's see how this drive goes. So they started all this construction when we were leaving. They had some of the fast track lanes done, but this little section was just started. And like, it's crazy how much room there is on this left side dedicated to 2 fast track lanes. Not multi-purpose lanes, these are fast track lanes. So these are toll lanes that you have to pay to utilize at all times. And that's kind of the story of Southern California. That's how everything's becoming. It's all becoming toll lanes out here. And it doesn't make sense because you have the 3 gas taxes, you have the higher registration fees, you have the weight vehicle fees on trucks and other types of vehicles. You have the fast track lanes now that you're paying tolls for. And supposedly all this money is going back to road improvement and all these other things, but you're not seeing the road improvements. You're just seeing more toll lanes being built while the rest of the road deteriorates. And then the people that can't afford it or that don't choose to take the toll road have to suffer and sit in the traffic. And Babs was just saying it's weird being on a freeway with, 5 lanes each side, 10 lanes of traffic, full of cars. Dude, and everyone's driving a million miles an hour. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just we're that accustomed to Tennessee and driving slower now. And I'm going 75 and people are whizzing past me. I think Halcom said they've written the most like 100 mile per hour tickets, like over 100 mile per hour in the past few months. Since COVID started, they've never wrote so many over 100 mile per hour tickets. That's crazy.
A lot of reckless driving tickets.
Dude, that's scary. And it's scary when you think about like Mackenzie just starting to drive. Like, I don't know how I would feel with her driving out here.
Oh, I'd be terrified of her driving out here in California. People don't have the courtesy that they do back in Tennessee and are impatient. I don't know.
All right. Welcome to where Hoag grew up. Look, there's still Christmas lights in there from when my dad strung them forever ago. Hi. That's my mom.
You can come into my now.
All right, see ya. So this is my oak tree where I had my tree house. Was in that one. You can still see some of the wood is up there. Look at where I put my tree house in here. It's kind of funny. My mom was just saying, if you cut this tree, you see where it was right there. So if you cut this tree, because the oaks are like, I don't know if they're protected or what it is back here, but if you cut the tree with anything if you cut with anything electric, it's like a $5,000 fine. So you can only cut with non-electric. Crazy. Yeah, look at the extension cord and Christmas lights from when my dad put those up, I don't know, 20 years ago, 30 years, no, actually that'd be 40 years ago almost probably. And yeah, Christmas lights stay up on my mom's house all year long, I guess, because it's Christmas all year long. Yeah, it's frustrating because this poor house is just falling apart, and it needs a lot of work, and it's hard to see. It sucks seeing it, because you could easily get in there and spend a few months and redo the entire thing and have a nice house, but hey, it's none of my business. I don't live there. But I feel bad because it's my mom. But all right, so
Can we hurry? I have to pee.
so someone's got to go pee. We just go right there. Just go outside the door. I mean, we surprised her obviously, but I know you're probably thinking, why didn't she just go to the bathroom in your mom's house, right? Well, my mom was overly cautious and definitely did not want us coming into her house, which is hilarious. That your own family doesn't want you in there because of this coronavirus. And I feel bad because my mom's got CNN playing in the background, and she's like, "I'm so glad Newsom this and this," and like, and it's funny, and I called her out on it. I said, "Mom, it's funny because your entire life when I was growing up, you were, pretty strong Republican, conservative, loved Reagan, Bush, like that whole era, and then all of a sudden it's like when she had some issues with teaching and stuff, and she no longer could work, and she got very government dependent, her mind shifted, right? Her mindset was like shifting towards, the other side, liberal and democratic, and all of a sudden she's into, Obama and those kind of policies, and she mentioned Trump being an idiot in the White House and blah blah blah, and it's just funny because she's got CNN scrolling in the background, and it's the same story from people that have a very strong opinion when it comes politically, especially to this virus and anything else. They're very, this is Trump's fault, or this is Obama's fault, or this or that, and they have CNN or Fox News playing in the back. Like, you don't need, this doesn't come down to a politician or a government official when it comes to your health. Like, our health, is the only person that should be dictating our health is us. Like, that's it. Like, no one needs to tell me to wear a mask. No one needs to tell me when I can go out, when I can't. These girls, they gotta, once you have a baby, you gotta pee. It was just funny because she's just like, yeah, the government should never tell you what to do. But in the same breath, Mom, you just said how happy you were that Gavin Newsom put an order out for everyone to wear a mask. I mean,
No public restrooms.
Well, that sucks for you. Good old California, you can't even use the bathroom. Like, we're still playing this game, even though numbers have come out. The death rate is nothing of what they said it would be. It's not even comparable, not even close. The people that have passed away, like, yes, I realize it is a real virus. Yes, I realize it is a real issue. But the people that have passed away have had underlying issues, and the numbers are strongly stacked against those people that had underlying issues, are elderly, have smoked. Everything is like no different than any other disease or virus. But yet, all of a sudden, everyone has given up all hope and put their trust in the government telling them what is right. And all of this starting from China, because we can trust China, of course. Like, China's telling us everything. China's telling us the truth. It is the saddest thing. Like now that I'm starting to think about it, like, that is the saddest thing that, like, because when we first got there, like, I reached in to give my mom a hug, and she kind of like hesitated, and it's like, how sad is that don't even let your own son into your house because the government is telling you, or I guess the scientists, she said. Because I've yet to see any scientists that have agreed with the numbers and saying this stuff. How sad is that my own mother would not let us into our house after we just came from Tennessee?
And she hasn't seen us in a year.
We just came from Tennessee, drove out here, thought we'd surprise her, and she wanted to have nothing to do with us because of a virus that she could contract. But I mean, that kind of goes back. If you look at the history of my family, and I don't know, that's a whole nother episode, but whatever. I feel at least I did my part. I came out to see her, and are you good?
I'm good.
All right, Bab's good. Babs went to the bathroom. Little Target, kind of a cute little Target, so tiny. It's the area where we used to come all the time. There used to be a big sports chalet over here. One of the best sports chalets in all of Southern California. Huge ski, had its own dedicated ski shop on this side. It was a fantastic place, but cool Target. But going back to my mom, like it sucks. It hurts to see that, and I get it though. But I get she needs to do what's best for her health, and that's fine. If she thinks that us staying out is what needs to happen, then that's fine. But it just that you can't like just see your own mom and hug your mom. Like that's what's crazy. But I get it. She needs to do it. She wants to do it for her health. That's fine. Completely fine. I felt like it was a bummer too because like I could see like over her shoulder and into the house, and it's a mess again. And I grew up with that house being a pigsty. Like it was just junk piled. And I bet her room is still filled with stuff. Kind of like hoarder status, you know. I never could have friends over when I was little. And it sucked. Like it sucked. Like I could not have friends over. Never had my girlfriend in the house. Always had to go to their house or their place, and it was so embarrassing as a kid in high school. But the roof over my head. What are you gonna do? But it's sad to see that it's still in that condition. Because my brother-in-law and my sister have lived there for I don't know how long. It's needed plumbing for years. It's needed new carpet for years. It's needed a lot of TLC for years, and just still sitting in that same condition. So, like I said, it's not my business, it's not my house, but it is my mom, and that sucks. Back to trying to organize life and head to Tennessee. We can't get to Tennessee soon. Like, it cannot come fast enough. I'm just counting down the days, like, you count down Christmas. I want out of this state and away from these people. Like, this is crazy. This is the spot we're going to right now. It used to be this little hole in the wall place right here on the corner. Had a few chairs outside. Walk up and just hang out. And you have your food. They lost, from what I heard from the guys, they lost the lease. They didn't want to renew it for Rick's because of this. Obviously, the developer came in and had money and threw money at them. And why would you maintain a lease for a little burger stand, a hole-in-the-wall burger stand, when you could get that place built and make money? So that is why Rick's went under and closed, I guess. But they did open back up under the name Bobby's Place, which is over here off Lake Street. So we're going to go to that one right now. But I introduced Babs to this a long time ago, right? Like when we first started dating. Like, when you go to this place, like, you gotta trust me on this. She's like, okay, what is it? I'm like, oh, it's called Rick's. They have Spuderitos. She's like, a Spudderito?
And I was very not into it at the first.
No, like, and she doesn't like odd stuff. Like, she's not a person to eat like weird like stuff, you know, out of her normal diet. And I was like, no, you just gotta trust me. Just eat it. So we got one. She ate one.
Fell in love.
She fell in love. I'm about to show you all why. I'm gonna show you what a Spudderito is.
Because, you know, soda machines are out of service because of the COVID.
Tacos are great. Just regular, standard crunchy taco with ground beef. Great selection.
Yours, because that's spicy.
All right, Spud with hot. I get mine hot. Not too hot, but it has kick to it. Babs gets hers plain. So this is a Spudderito.
Well, it's not plain. I mean, it has stuff in it.
It's not just no hot sauce. So these are Spudderitos. Originally from Rick's in Pasadena, now at Bobby's place. It's one of the most simplistic things you'll ever eat, but it's one of the best things you'll ever eat. Every person I have brought here, going way back to when I was a junior high, everyone has fallen in love with these, except for one person.
My dad.
Her dad. The person that'll eat anything. He thinks they're an absolute waste and disgusting. Spudderitos are amazing. Now you're asking what a Spudderito is, right? From the name, Spud Burrito, it's a burrito with just french fries, enchilada sauce, cheese.
Nothing crazy.
That's it. Simple, but it is one of the best things you will ever have. If you've been in California before, you know Mexican restaurants have California burritos, which are burritos with french fries in them. So it's kind of a take on those. But these have been around for, I don't know, since I was a kid in junior high coming and getting these things.
But they're not any french fries, they're steak french fries.
Mm-hmm.
So they're thicker french fries.
So in Pasadena, I used to ride over here from La Crescenta where I grew up. I ride my skateboard over here just to have lunch over here. They're that good. That's a long way on a skateboard for a kid.
To get a burrito.
But that was back in the day when you could actually like let your kids out and kids can go do things. All right, so there's a little pit stop really quick. Yeah. It's a very special shop. So then, like, I think like a week went on, maybe?
Maybe.
Like a week went on, and we were going to Knott's Scary Farm, and we invited Jamie and Tracy. I was like, hey, Jamie, like, invite your friend Tracy. And, like, did we text each other? I don't know. We might have texted each other.
We didn't have, well, did we have cell phones then?
Yes.
Yeah, but I think we talked on, we just talked.
So we invited her to go, and she's like, yeah, I'll go. So that night was funny because like her and Jamie are already at Knott's Scary Farm, which is at Knott's Berry Farm if you don't know. It's like their Halloween festival. We live just north of Knott's Berry Farm by like 30-45 minutes. She lived east of Knott's Berry Farm, 30-45 minutes. So her and Jamie are already there. And we went, and our buddy Cheese, I think Cheese was driving, right?
Cheese was driving. You got
Casey.
In like a...
he got in like a fender bender, like he got rear-ended. So we were on the 5 freeway just like dealing with this, and like she thinks that she's getting stood up. Like
we were there forever.
They were there forever, and they're like freaking out, like trying to find out where we were.
We sat on the sidewalk waiting for them to show up.
And like we showed probably an hour late at least.
Yeah.
But Babs was there. Like she waited, you know? She knew who she had. She wanted to wait for him. And then we went to Knott's Scary Farm, and I got hot, so she carried my sweatshirt around all night. I knew it was love at first sight, so.
Almost 20 years later.
20 years, almost 20 years later.
But our 16-year anniversary, married, is coming up.
October 14th, 2001 was when we met here. So we're almost at 20 years. Be 19.
Wow, long time.
19 years ago, the first met right there. How crazy.
In a parking lot.
In a parking lot. True love. See, you don't have to work hard for true love. Like, you find love at first sight. Like, it could just happen in a parking lot of a skateboard shop. It could happen at a movie premiere. It can happen anywhere. You don't got to force it. It's gonna come. It's gonna happen. That's a crazy thought to have too. Is like you think about her sitting on the curb, and if I had never said anything to her, right? Like never introduced myself or like tried to get her number or just, you know, interact. Like, you wonder how many of those interactions or relationships there are where there were people there that you could have interacted with, but you didn't, you know, and you just went about your merry way, and then somehow like maybe 10-15 years down the road you end up passing that same person, but you have no real idea that you're passing that person, and that person could have been your wife, married for 19 years, and you just, you know, didn't say anything. Or that's crazy. That's why you talk to people. That's why you be nice to people. You never know what's going to come out of it.